first podcast I've recorded with this mic setup. So hopefully everything's great.
You sound good.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see what the chat says when it eventually gets there to make sure, especially I don't trust the other settings.
Just
don't trust, Kathy. Just don't trust.
I know.
Don't trust anyone, anything.
Okay, I think it sounded good. I had it running just a little bit for me, but yeah. I don't know if anyone else wants to test it just to make sure.
I am watching the
live
live
right
stream.
now, right?
It seems like it's working.
Okay, cool. And I'm not.
Did they change the way? No. Did they change the way chat looks on YouTube?
Not on mine.
I just got experience points for something. I don't understand what's going on.
I have 0 experience points.
Oh, I do too.
Oh, there's top chat versus live chat.
You got
I do not want top
number
chat.
Oh.
I do not want top chat. It looked very Twitch streamer.
Oh yeah, no. We need all.
Yeah, why am I number
top
one?
Chat a Hanna-Barbera character?
Because you're the only one who made a comment, and you're the first one.
I don't. Does top
I'm
cat have a
number 2.
catchphrase? Presumably, but I don't remember what it was.
Here.
Yay, Kit!
Hi, Kit.
Everything sound good to you, Kit? Making sure.
It's all about you, Kit. You're here.
No
You're the one that
pressure.
matters.
No pressure.
You
I
are
have
our
met
audience, Kit.
and gone for dinner with Kit.
Aww.
Kit is very lovely.
I'm reading dialogue from Top Cat episodes.
Yeah, me too.
It's my fault.
Top Cat, Top Chat.
I mean, Top Cat is like, like a solid tier below like Garfield. But I don't think he lets that get to him, and I respect that.
That's nice. Yeah.
It's
know,
like,
yeah,
a different generation. Garfield is after Top Cat. Top Cat's
Now
like 50s.
I've just had an awful idea for an Incomparable episode.
Do you want
that
to
Jason will
tier rank
absolutely-
animated cats?
Or tier list of Hanna-Barbera characters.
All right.
I've been, and I think I'm actually probably a generation to something for that. Young and hip. That's me. That's how people describe me.
Look.
Are you saying that our demographic for this podcast is not going to be into like Yacky Doodle?
I don't remember who Yacky Doodle
I don't know who Yacky Doodle is.
A small penguin.
Did Yacky Doodle have his
walrus? Was there a walrus involved?
No, that's Tennessee
Chili
Tuxedo and his walrus friend.
And Chumley. Tennessee Tuxedo and Chumley.
Wow.
I am so old.
Is Yacky Doodle real? Okay, Yacky Doodle is real. He's a small bird.
Yeah.
What is he from? Is he just from Yacky Doodle?
The Quick Draw McGraw show, Huckleberry Hound show.
Oh, okay.
The basic
1960s Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, the Hanna-Barbera stuff that I always assumed that Laugh Olympics was based on.
Mm-hmm.
And later I learned that most of the characters in Laugh Olympics they just made up for Laugh Olympics.
Especially all the bad guys.
Oh God, there was a show. You remember how there's like 15 Hanna-Barbera shows, which are kids who solve mysteries that were knockoffs of Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
There's one with like a colonial ghost, and I can't remember who that ghost is.
Oh wait.
Is it Freaky Phantom?
The Funky Phantom.
Funky Phantom.
Wow. Well done.
Is it Phantom with an F? Nope, it's Phantom with a PH.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Me too.
Pete, I'm so old. I'm also old enough to recognize Clue Club.
I don't recognize Clue Club.
Oh,
Why?
I feel like the Funky Phantom looks familiar.
He looks like a cool guy.
Does Clue Club have
it looks
a gimmick?
Like fun.
Because I only know the teams with gimmicks, like there's a shark or a talking dune buggy on the team.
Yeah, it's from that era, except their gimmick is they have a colonial era ghost.
Yeah, but Clue Club.
With the
Clue Club had
Club. What is
Woofer
Clue
and Whimper dog detectives as side
Got it.
characters. And
Are you telling
it's basically
they also have a dune buggy, but their dune buggy didn't talk? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, and this Clue
That
Club
too, I
does
think.
not look at all like the Scooby Gang at
Yeah,
all.
definitely not any of them look like
Or all of them.
Yeah.
So the Clue Club's thing is that we are the Scooby-Doo show, but we have 2 dogs, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's like
Basically.
there's 2 dogs.
You
And they're
know,
like
Basically.
sadder looking.
you know,
And
had two
a
dogs
hat.
a lot of the time too, by
Listen,
the
we
way.
One of them,
Monty,
she has
we
a
don't talk
hat.
about that other dog.
It's like a Saint Bernard.
Whimper and Whimper Dog Detectives reappeared as a segment alongside the Three Robonic Stooges.
Wow.
I love animation, but I think sometimes people, when they like are nostalgic for the old days of animation,
No.
forget how much garbage there is.
Yeah.
So,
It's only
For
the
a
stuff
while, my
that's been
passwords
around.
were all Hanna-Barbera characters.
Nice.
Thank you, Ronald Reagan, for deregulating children's television and making them all commercials for things that we absolutely wanted to buy at that age.
Mm-hmm.
but that's not what we're here for. We're here to play Dungeons and Dragons, right?
Oh, yeah.
People.
Right.
Let's do it.
I don't know if anyone is listening to this live stream. Hopefully, somebody listens to this bootleg,
Kit is
or
listening
people
to
will
it.
Kids
listen.
listening.
Kit's listening, and I already forgot. I'm sorry. Hello, listener Kit. We're gonna be
Also, I
playing.
have 50 experience points now. So apparently, if you
What?
chat, you
When
you
do you
get
level up?
experience points.
I don't like this thing where YouTube is giving
No,
out
that's
experience
terrible.
points. I don't
It's awful.
need that.
No
They need to be
Wheelie and the Chopper
fungible. They
Bunch.
need to be imported into our character sheets.
Yes.
We don't.
Wheelie
Yes,
and the
I would
Chopper
buy
Bunch
that.
had an anthropomorphic car, and I can't tell whether motorcycle riders or anthropomorphic motorcycles. Oh, it's
Those look like
anthropomorphic
motorcycles with faces.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, I'll be honest. If you look at an image, it's not gonna make you feel better.
Yeah. I'm good not looking at an image.
What are
Thank
we
you,
looking
though.
up?
Don't.
We're looking at Wheelie and the Chopper Bunch, an animated show about a bunch
I
of
wanna watch
sentient.
it.
They're like Transformers if the Transformers were made by drugs.
Or they're like Speed Buggy if Speed Buggy was everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is so of its era.
It's in, because this is a little before my time. I remember when there were all the knockoffs of the Ninja Turtles, and I even remember, like, as a 10-year-old being like, these aren't good.
You know what was a surprisingly good comic book? Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters.
That's
take-
I'll-
good.
I'll take your word for
Legitimate,
it.
legit. It was a thing. It was the thing.
Okay.
Yes, it was a hat on a hat, but it was a thing.
It was no Cowboys of Mesa. But
They were all named at like Clint and Sly and Arnie and stuff like that.
Wow.
but that's not why we're here today. We're here to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Second
Desperately
try.
trying to pull us back into starting the game.
I feel like, well, mainly I felt like I derailed us, so I felt like I
Yes.
need to, like,
I mean, you
like,
are in charge.
Sometimes, if we let 'em.
It's your responsibility, Tony. You're accountable for all of this.
Now
Wow,
weight
don't make him
weighs heavy
angry.
upon me.
He might
So-
roll well again.
All right. What are we about to do? We're continuing Vidorant's Vault, one of the Golden Vault adventures. I think this is our 6th session. May or may not be our final session. You never know what will happen.
Okay, if it's our 6th, then I miscounted
5.
because I put 5 in the YouTube thing.
I definitely just watched a recording. Oh, you know what? I said 5 because I added 1 to the number on my screen, which is the number you put in there. So the system works, Kathy. The system works.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
I misconstrued my window that had our stream that's happening right now for the window I just closed that had our recording of last week's that I listened to figure out what's going on. Everything's great.
This is going great. Let's talk about the CB Bears.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Googling CB. Is that CB
Oh, no.
like CB radio or CB
Yes,
like
very
their
much
bees?
like CB radio.
Okay, not like they're bees that are nautical.
No,
Nautical.
they're
honeybees.
bears that live in a garbage pail or something, and
They
they
look
fight
very
crime,
friendly for bears.
and they have CB radios.
They look very cute.
This only
See
got
what you
13
missed by not being alive in the 1970s.
I
Missed it.
I feel like missed. This only got 13 episodes, which I think is probably by Hanna-Barbera standards a failure, right?
Yeah, it's just so
It's a
the
mystery.
CB
too.
radio craze was so big, and I'm so glad that they said we need crime-solving bears to get in on this.
Yeah.
But that's not why we're here, right?
You
Tony?
know, I have
Third
this
time's a
thing
charm.
where I work at a university. I work with some very interesting people, and there's often those things where I'm like the person that's brought in to like, help with something, and I feel like I'm like a fish out of water. There'll be the thing where like, oh, I'm the only one in this meeting who didn't go to Harvard or something like that. But I was definitely in a meeting where it was like, I'm the only one in this meeting that does not have a ham radio license. But let me tell you, the ham radio
wow.
people are like, we can help you. This is a solvable problem. And I was like, I'm good. And they're like, no, you don't understand. You might need this. And I was like, no, it's okay.
No, I'm good. I'm
Learn
really
Morse
good.
code.
We have important things to figure out today. You can't, there's not time for me to learn ham radio, just like there's not time for me to not start the podcast right now.
Again.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. I'm slightly caffeinated, slightly undercaffeinated, trying to compensate. Let's see how it goes. I use he, him pronouns. Allow me to introduce our players, and they will introduce their characters, and then we will jump into things. First up, hot off Los Angeles, it's Monty Ashley.
Hi, that's me, Monty Ashley. I also use he, him pronouns, and so does Krong, the bugbear rogue who I play.
Next up, it's Kathy Campbell.
Hello, Tony. I use she, her pronouns, and so does Tinker Bell, who is a fairy druid. Let's go.
Let's go. Annette Weerstra, let's go.
I'm ready to go. Me and Jay, we both use she, her pronouns. I'm playing an Aasimar paladin.
And last but not least, it's Chip Sudderth.
You guys are way too excited.
Well, it's okay. I can't sustain this for more than about 4 more minutes.
I use he, him pronouns. So does Josh Molis, the cleric rogue youth pastor of this group. And he's just a really, really nice guy. And he's a straight arrow and would never be involved in harmful, dangerous things.
All right, what have they been doing? Well, these operatives, they're operatives of the Golden Vault, a society with secrets, a secret society that sends their operatives out in the world to try and just, make sure everything's okay, things are operating as they should be. They've basically been lent out to a thieves guild in Waterdeep, the Silverfinger Society. The head of the thieves guild, a recently installed one, Mr. Goldenbeard, wants a ruby diadem stolen back. It belongs to his ancestral family, but also he'd like it to be reclaimed from one of his former rivals within the guild. And so our operatives have made their way into this kind of fortified warehouse in the docks district of Waterdeep that is owned by Vidorant, a basically cat burglar extraordinaire who has built this vault to house all of her equipment and treasures from a year's worth of successful heists. Our adventurers have made their way in, and then plans break down at a certain point. So a fight broke out. There were some helmed horrors that saw through some disguises. There's a giant lizard that has been let loose of a cage, and there's a guard named Maris the guard, who's confused about what's going on. So the four of you are all in basically the armory on the first floor of the vault. You've defeated the powerful magical defenders, the helmed horrors, but there's still a belligerent giant lizard named Blueberry, and a bewildered guard, the aforementioned Maris the guard. I was told last time you have a plan.
Concepts
We have
of
two
a plan.
plans.
Everyone
Remind
dies
us-
turned to dust.
So remind us, Tinkerbell just sort of came through the door at that
Yep.
point, and the
Yep.
guard was like, "Buh."
Yes, behind Blueberry.
Yeah, I mean, the guard is also like, what, at the giant lizard that's there.
Yes.
So, yeah. I should mention let's see. So, Josh, you're currently disguised as a guard?
No, Josh is
Oh.
The boyfriend.
disguised as
Boyfriend.
Nixie's side piece.
Okay. JRAF, you are disguised as Nixlana Vidorant herself,
Mhm.
theoretical, legitimate owner of this this whole vault. But the helmed horse saw through that. Also, the giant lizard probably bears you ill will because you have taken on the image of the person who keeps the giant lizard in a not appropriately sized cage for a giant lizard. Kronk, were you in disguise, or you've just been a shadowy nightmare monster this whole time?
I've been in disguise as a guard.
Okay. And Tinkerbell, you are just a fairy that is
Yeah.
here for unexplained reasons.
Yes.
Okay. So, plan. Go. Execute.
What is the guard's current status?
Bewildered.
Bewildered.
Yes.
And is the guard staring at the fairy or the lizard or both?
I think it's like, what? Well, there's a lot of things to stare at.
Um, I point to Tink and say, Val, thank God. Nixie told you not to wander off.
I'm so sorry. I needed to check in with Blueberry and make sure that they were all okay. Since I heard that Nixie was coming, I needed to make sure that everything was set up for her visit.
Maris
This
the
all
guard
makes perfect
turns.
sense to me.
Maris the guard turns to look at J-Raff and says, "Lady Vidorant, is this person with you?"
This person's I
Yes.
look at Maris the garden and say, this person's with us.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna need to see some bluff checks.
I know he gets
So
advantage because all the help the rest
Oh,
of us
yeah.
are giving him, right?
Yeah.
and it's a persuasion roll, right?
Yeah. You're gonna do something charisma based. It's either bluff or persuasion or
There's no skill called bluff.
I am stuck in fourth edition. Look, I haven't asked anyone to roll a engineering check in months. Give me a break.
All right, I am rolling persuasion.
All right. You have advantage because of the situation.
Well, that's good because I just rolled a 4 plus 7. That's 11.
I was really looking for a number significantly higher than that. Let's see how that second roll goes.
Okay. How about 25?
All right.
Ooh,
Much
yeah.
better.
Maris the guard is like blushes and sheaths his sword and I guess kind of avoids eye contact with the three of you and tries to lead Blueberry back to her cage. Is that a
Phew.
success?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finding a lizard, are we?
So now this was quite the commotion. It probably generated a lot of sound and fury, and it does seem likely that more guards may converge upon this space sometime soon. So I would suggest, look, I'm the dungeon master, but I'm also your friend. Maybe don't like linger here.
Well, that's
I
a
think
good
we-
idea, but
Mhm.
I like this room a lot. See,
Okay.
I believe it's called the Armory. Is
It
that
is. It's
correct?
full of weapons and arms and armor, all kinds of things on racks. This is clearly, it seems like the first floor is a little bit more like where Vidorant keeps all of her equipment for expeditions, and the second floor, I think, because that's where you're headed, is where she keeps perhaps her greatest treasures.
Well, I'm just going to cast Detect Magic while Maris is busy with this lizard and just see if there's any, say, magical weapons hanging out in this room.
Are there
Smart.
any magical weapons? Most of the equipment in this room is non-magical, but a person who does stuff, which I think includes Monty, I think basically if you had not used Detect Magic, you would have had to do a pretty challenging roll. But I'm going to say with Detect Magic, you notice that there are some magical weapons in racks on the wall. There's a +1 battle axe, a +1 short sword, and a suit of +1 scale mail. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes.
Anyone need a magic? Really quick.
We need to get the thing. We need to
All
get
right.
the diadem.
Yeah, I don't need one.
I'll leave
I
all those
have a
weapons
nice-
where they are.
Magic axe.
Okay. So you're in the armory. You know that north of you is kind of a strange art gallery with some trapped statues. Because, in a way, all statues are traps, but some of them are more actively trapped than others. And
Stand
to
on
the.
that.
Eventually they're all going to get you. It's just some of them are moving
Oh,
faster than others. To the east, look, I don't trust statues, and I don't think you should either. And that's why I have a podcast. It's everything I do is in support of that message. To the east of you is the menagerie, where there's some giant lizards, some flying snakes, and some strange panther tentacle monsters some people might recognize as displacer beasts.
Mhm.
Merit the Guard is trying
Which
to
are
get
not
Blueberry,
actually beasts. Just
which are
throwing that
not
back out
actually,
there,
they're
yeah.
monstrosities. They're not natural animal beasts, even though beast is in the name.
Yep.
Yes.
It's fine.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna rehash last.
We
Yep.
have some
I
grievances
just need to
that we haven't gotten
remind
over here.
people.
Look,
Just need to
you know
remind people.
what? I didn't write this. Take it up with Jeremy Crawford. He doesn't even work for Witches of the Coast anymore. He's not gonna answer your mail.
So
yeah.
Tink came from the east, and as far as we know, the diadem may be vaguely in that direction, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
and we were given a map, I think, weren't we?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
giving him out.
yeah.
Probably upstairs.
Yes.
And you even did some exploration upstairs, right? Tink?
Correct. I'm
So feel
fairly
free,
certain I
anyone
know
who wants to
where it
scroll
is.
up, you could consult. You know, Tink could tell you about what was upstairs.
I'm gonna pass
So I
that
think we
on
need to
while,
just-
while Maris
Yeah.
is in the other room. Gonna pass.
Yep.
on
Yeah,
what
while
I found.
Maris, you do that, and then I suggest that we just, while Maris is putting Blueberry back in the pen, that we just sort of canoodle our way past him to
Yeah.
the east and north and head
Okay.
that away.
Yeah.
So you pass through the menagerie, which is new to everyone except Tinkerbell. North of the menagerie there's kind of a library room. I presumably described this in the past, but this room smells strongly of incense and paper. It has several bookshelves filled with antique books. A large embroidered rug covers the floor.
Hey, I've still got detect magic going.
Oh, you notice that rug is magic and trapped. Thanks,
Hey, off
Monty.
the rug.
Nice.
So we don't walk on the rug.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's enough space in this room that you can avoid just not walking on the rug in the middle. But yeah,
Perfect.
that rug, totally magic. I think I very carefully watched previously Tinkerbell that you flew across that
Yes,
room.
I did.
And yep.
And I flew
So-
across in the other room too.
Yep. All right. Past the library is this very strange room Tinkerbell has been in before. It's a very large room. It seems to run basically like one side of the warehouse. And it's kind of trapezoidal shaped. There's the side that you enter on, which is dimly lit. There's like a flickering torch next to the double doors you pass through. Roughly in the middle of the room, it's just kind of like a big trench-like pit. There is a stone bridge that goes over part of it. And on the other side of the stone bridge, you see a spiral staircase heading up to the second floor of the vault.
If I
one is
recall
strange.
correctly, Tink knows something that we don't about this room.
I mean, I don't actually know. Wait, did I find any? I don't remember if I actually learned anything other than the fact that I don't trust anything, so I hover and fly over everything.
Didn't we? Didn't
Monty, how long does
we
Detect Magic
learn
work?
that bridge is not real, and that if you stepped on it, it would fall through. Is what I remember
Yeah.
that Tink learned, but I definitely don't learn.
Tink
Detect
learned
magic lasts up
that
to
somehow.
10 minutes.
It seems like you haven't been lingering. You know that there are two illusions at work here, Krong. There is an illusion to make empty space look like a bridge, and slightly to the side of it, there is an illusion to make a bridge look like empty space.
Nice.
Which I'm just gonna say, real jerk move.
Mhm.
Yeah, but smart. An easy solution to protect your stuff.
So
Cool.
so revealed on the map.
will
Tinkerbell
go
doesn't
with a
care. She can
Real
fly.
bridge.
Okay, so
There's-
you have to do a bit of a leap of the faith as you step into open air, but your foot catches the ground as there is an invisible bridge built across. Traveling
poked it
across
with
the
my
remember
axe
that
first.
movie.
traveling across the invisible ridge, you have a nice, good look down at the spikes in the pit below, and they have that the torchlight catches that kind of like green flicker on them that tells you that there are spikes in this pit, and those spikes are poison spikes.
Nice.
But good choice. You didn't fall for the trap bridge. You went for the real bridge, and you're at the spiral staircase. Would you like to take the spiral staircase up to the second floor?
Yes, sir.
How's that detect
All
magic
right.
Is there any
duration?
magic happening?
Nope. The staircase looks mundane. If you want, you can just drag your tokens, like due north on the map. Is the area where you come out. So Tinkerbell has been here before. There's some kind of weird twisting hallways, and In the center of the floor, there are two kind of heavily fortified uh, rooms that theoretically have no windows leading to the outside and have heavy iron doors guarding them. Feel free to bring your tokens over to that middle hallway when you have a chance.
And
All right.
detect magic, does it go through walls like this?
I don't think it goes
Um,
through walls or iron or things like that.
It goes through.
Like a
It does go through walls,
okay.
but not through like lead.
I'm gonna say that it is you've had your 10 minutes of detect
All right, that's
magic.
Does it go through schools?
fine. All right,
Schools of fish.
everybody back up. I'm going to unlock this door.
Now there are
Okay.
two doors, Krong. There's a heavy iron door to the east and a heavy iron door to the west, leading to two rooms. I think you could assess from having navigated around the upper area of the vault. The room on the west would have to be a little bit bigger than the room on the east would have to be a little bigger than the room on the west. But they're both clearly, I don't know, clearly. The fortified nature of them suggests that both of them could contain valuable things.
We're going to start with the east door.
All right.
Now,
I'm
I will
moving your
remind you
token
that I
over
have
there.
made. I'm going to stay where I am, thank you. In fact, I'm going to
Oh.
stay a little farther away just because you said that. I knew that I have
I went
Mage
around the
Hand
corner.
Ledger Domain. When I cast Mage Hand, it can make it invisible, stow or retrieve objects, or use Thieves' Tools to pick locks and disarm traps
Nice.
at range.
Mm.
This is what I will do.
All right. So you
VR
want
lockpicker.
to lockpick with your mage hand the
Disarm
eastern
traps
door?
first. If there's any traps in there, I'd like them disarmed, please.
Okay. Give me a perception check to see if if you see any traps on this exterior door here.
18.
You think that the door seems untrapped from this side.
Great. I will pick the lock.
Okay. Give me a dexterity check to pick that lock.
Sleight of hand.
Yes.
20.
That is sufficient to unlock the eastern door.
I'm wondering if I should unlock both doors before I open one.
It's not
Feels
a
like
bad
the
idea.
kind of thing that a master thief would require.
Well, it could give an escape route if
something happens.
we get through. some
Options are good.
trouble.
I would like to check the western door to see if it is trapped.
Okay. Perception check, please.
3. I rolled a 1.
Looks untrapped.
At this point, I'm just very casually just talking to you guys,
Yeah.
while, like over my shoulder. It's amazing. I don't even have to look at it. I would like to pick that lock.
Mhm.
21.
Both doors are now unlocked, but I'm assuming still closed.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm opening the eastern door.
Okay. Are you heading over there or are you doing it with your magic hands?
I'm doing it with my magic hands. I'm not standing in front of a door when I open it. Are you
All
kidding me?
right.
There's spikes and fire and
The
snakes.
door swings open, and as it does, you hear kind of a vrring noise as electricity discharges into the door, such that indicating that anyone who had been, say, holding the doorknob would have taken a significant amount of lightning damage. But some people would use a magic hand to not have to do that. So
Smart.
you suspect that basically the trap is now it's done its business. But clearly this door was perhaps not intended to be opened. Would you like to look inside?
Yes.
All right, looking inside, you are clearly within the heart of Vidorant's vault. This room has marble flooring, ivory-covered wallpaper with silver accents, and kind of appropriately spread around it several ornate pedestals with glass cases on the pedestals. And as you even look just kind of from the doorway, you can see a variety of clearly precious items on display inside each of the pedestals. Also visible on each pedestal has like an ornate plaque with like a small block of text on it. I believe I have art to show you that it always takes me longer to find than I would like. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Here it is. Here's art of somebody of a character
Nice.
inside the vault.
And
Seemingly
how many ruby
taking
diadems are in this room?
Looking around, give me a quick perception check, Kron.
19.
19. Quick perception check suggests that there might be one ruby diadem. You look kind of top to bottom. You see a jewel skull. You see some kind of like document in a leather case. You see a shiny silver dagger. You see like a big book. There's a scepter and a maybe like an animal collar. And there in the back corner is what's clearly a ruby diadem.
So clearly, this picture of someone happily picking up the ruby diadem box is like a lie, and that is obviously going to be trapped.
Okay, since I can fly and we don't know what traps there might be on the floor, what if I fly in and perceive any traps around the diadem?
Okay. You want to head
Good
in,
plan.
Tinkerbell?
Yep.
All right, Tinkerbell, you flit into the room, maybe flitting from pedestal to pedestal, looking at the various precious things. If you want, I could give you a longer description of any of the items as you pass by them, but perhaps you're making a beeline for the diadem in the back corner. Do you want to do a perception check or
Yes.
something like that?
Yes. 14 plus 7, so 21.
All right. As you're studying, that 21 is very good. You notice that all of the pedestals have very subtle runes worked into them that would probably alert, trigger some kind of spell or alarm if the pedestals were interfered with. And because you rolled a 21, you notice that even there's a second set of runes on the objects themselves inside the cases atop each pedestal.
Ooh.
Do the runes match the runes on the item? Do they match the ones on the pedestal, or are they different?
They're similar. Give me an Arcana check.
I rolled a 1, so that's going to be a no.
They're magic. Maybe they're just for good luck.
Okay. In that perception, was I able to notice if there was any other traps like on the floor or anything?
You didn't notice any other traps on the floor. I think you might have noticed.
Well, that's intimidating.
You notice that there's something strange about the wall in the northwest corner of this room.
Okay. Cool. But there's nothing on the floor. Hey guys, it looks like the floor is fine. If you want to come in and we can figure out how to remove this situation.
I kind of want to check out this other room. There may be...
Also fine.
I'm on that team.
You split up, cover more
I'm
ground.
cool with that.
Yeah.
I also suggest that maybe J-Wrath should stay sort of out where she can see people coming and
Right,
maybe
and I
stall an
can, like,
oncoming
stop them.
guard.
Also, do you think that like the real Vidorant would have something in her office or bedroom that would dispel like a spell or
Like a key.
something?
She could have a key. I mean, I think you would be knowledgeable of how magic works. A lot of magic things, like traps, might have either a physical item that allows you to like not set them off, or a command word, which, probably only an amateur would like leave written down, like a post-it note on their computer screen. Yeah. So it's command
I'm
words
gonna
are
stand
common.
here, but
Okay.
maybe someone could like, would it make, yeah, maybe after we open this other door, but we
Mm-hmm.
could do a little searching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh, what would you like to do? So,
I'm
JRF, you've
go-
taken up like a lookout position.
Yeah, I'm looking out.
Yeah, J-Rat's taking the lookout position. I'll back up Krong. I'm assuming he can open the door with his mage hand still. I'll
Krong,
be
you want to open the
behind
other door?
Krong in case he gets
Yeah.
jumped by something.
All right. You open the door to the western inner chamber. This room is a little different looking than the eastern room. This room has a bunch of kind of heavy duty cabinets in them. I kind of imagine they're probably kind of like safe deposit box style, big metal cabinets. Maybe looks a little bit like a heavily fortified card catalog in a library. And there's like 4 of them spread throughout this room. So slightly less display oriented than the Eastern Vault.
It's
You know
probably
that-
pretty interesting in there, but I don't see it unlocking the thing we need.
No.
Mm.
And I'm also
Mhm.
wondering about that. There's a blank space at the end of that.
Yeah. I think an adventurer could probably piece out that the hallways don't quite line up with where the walls should be.
Yeah, and
A classic tell of some kind of secret passage.
and with my perception, or with Tink's perception of something weird in that hallway, she's then going to come up closer and see and perceive some more.
All right, perceive some more, Tink.
Well, I rolled a 1, so an 8. It's a
Mm.
wall.
It's a wall.
But there's something weird about
Yeah.
that wall.
Hey,
Yes, something weird. Maybe they didn't do the wallpaper quite right here, Tink.
Yeah. Yeah, that could
Shoddy
be.
work.
Yeah.
I
But I get
think there's
distracted by the jewel skull.
Yeah.
I think there's a non-zero chance that the real diadem's actually in there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And not just
That's good
because
thinking.
diadem is in red.
As you are looking at the jewel skull, Tink, you can't help but read the plaque. The plaque says, "Unclear if genuine skull or replica found in ancient tomb." It looks like a skull made out of gold, and there's big old diamonds mounted in the eye sockets, and they're like ruby tears dripping down the cheeks of the skull.
Ooh, it's so
Ooh.
pretty.
It looks very pretty and valuable. Krong.
I'd like to go up here and check out this wall on this side.
Yep.
I also rolled a 1 for a
Woohoo,
3.
high five.
Seems like a wall to you.
All right, guys, here's my plan. We figure out how we're going to get out. Then we grab the diadem and run.
Smart. I feel like we could leave the way I came in and leap over the
There's even a ladder
yeah.
off the balcony.
There are
Excellent.
2 guards out there.
Yeah, but
How
there's
do we
only
just
2.
throw them over? Like surprise them, run up to them, throw them off the balcony.
Yeah,
Well, then we're going off the balcony. We want them to stay up here on the balcony.
Vidorant could call
You know
him
what?
in and
I
we
could
lock him in the
maybe I
door.
can tell them something's happening downstairs and to check things out.
I like that.
Yeah, they
And
need your
the
help.
instant they turn around, we flee the other direction.
Yes.
And we lock
Love
the
it.
door.
Yes. I love it.
All right,
Josh, do you want to see if you can find this secret room that none of us can apparently find?
I can give it a shot. I've got I'm a cleric, my perception's low, but
yeah,
I'll try.
well, hey, my +7 didn't matter. When you roll
Anyone can
one.
roll. Anyone can roll high. That's
Yeah.
not a,
Well, I certainly didn't.
Well, anyone could. You did not.
Hypothetically.
You and Krong are like, it's like the worst mime performance ever because there's literally a wall there.
So not anyone can roll,
anyone,
but a
could.
good roll can
They
come
could.
from
Could
anywhere.
roll.
Yeah.
Maybe
Just
I'll
didn't.
go in and try to roll in that corner.
Yeah.
For
For
it.
me, like, I could come in here and be like, look at the pretty skull.
Or do.
22. JRAF,
Yay.
you walk
No,
over
no, no,
and
no.
are confused what people are doing. Because-
I rolled a 19. So
yeah,
I just
well, that's the
so,
key.
okay.
There is clearly just like a kind of the wall has like a hinge in it, and there's a little secret passageway that connects the east vault to the west vault. Thinking about it, it occurs to you that probably basically that door that electrifies anyone who tries to open it is not intended as the safe
Right.
entrance
Main
to
entrance.
this vault. So so the secret passage would allow someone to enter this room without being lightly electrified.
All right.
Um,
Here's another
Okay.
old guy
but there's
reference.
no
We just went through the
ruby
whole Al
diadem.
Capone's vault situation.
Mm.
Yep.
Literally, the
Okay.
diadem there. It's in a glass box. You can see it. This is not at all like the Al Capone's vault situation.
Do we
I
have
think-
more mage hand?
Oh yeah.
We're
I just don't want. I want us to have a clear direction for where we are going
Yeah.
as soon as
Well, and it
The
makes sense
diadem
to
is in
send
my
them
hand.
out of the way first. So they are downstairs
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
ahead of time. And while we're in there, maybe like you could we could search the office and the bedroom just in case there's something.
Love it. So
Yes.
we're going to go through this door on the west. Then J. Raff, looking like Vidorant, is going to go through this door on the north and get rid of these two guards while the rest of us ransack this office.
Yes.
Love it.
Perfect.
Well, start in the bedroom.
Ask the
so that-
guards for privacy.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You come with me, Josh, and you demand it, and then I don't have to talk, and they won't notice my voice is off.
Okay, so it looks like three of you are headed, or everybody's headed back to the office. And Jaraf, you're opening the doors to the balcony.
Yep.
Okay. You open the doors to the balcony, and standing on the balcony is not two guards, but four
no!
guards. And standing between them
Oh no.
Oh
Is-
no.
an elven woman with dark hair, dressed in kind of vampire chic. It's clearly Nixlana Vidorant. And she looks at you up and down, Jaraf, and says, "Why, hello, me."
Well,
say-
shit.
I'm you from the future. I'm you from the future.
Yeah, do it.
I am you from the future, here to warn you that your house is being invaded right now.
I am well aware. She snaps her finger, and the curtain dividing the office from the bedroom slides open, and
Oh no!
6 guards with crossbows point them in your general direction.
I also point my crossbow at J. Raff.
Oh, oh.
Oh!
Well, of course, because he's a guard.
Now, I have to say, you've made it further than anyone else, and many have tried by far. But well, you did set off some alarms. I do have wards all over the place. Honestly, thought I was going to show up to find an electrified corpse that I was going to have to deal with. So good on you for that. But I think we need to talk about this. Can I assume that the Silverfinger Society sent you?
I think I'm going to tell the truth and say yes. Yes, they did. But just for a fee. I mean,
Ah.
I don't really care about who has this diadem.
Oh, the diadem. Goldenbeard is obsessed with it. He's been after it for years. Now, here's the thing. It's not so much that I need the diadem or I want the diadem or I have to have the diadem. You know, you find these things and then you have to set up display cases for them and you have to put wards on them and you have to pay to have the wards maintained, and it becomes a whole thing. But what's important here is Goldenbeard can't have the diadem because that would make me look weak. And I can't have that. Things are already not going as they were expected. I should be running the Silverfinger Society, and somehow he finds his way there. So I'd like to propose that we come to some kind of arrangement.
I'm listening.
I would gladly compensate you for your time. She kind of takes some like very very fancy kind of long black silken gloves off her hands, and she's wearing a kind of chunky looking ring on one finger, and she slides it off and says, "This is a little magical bauble I've had that's been very helpful to me in my line of work. And, I would be glad to just hand this to you. And uh, it would be important that you never mentioned to anyone where you got it. And you'd simply report back to Golden Beer that you tried very hard, but there was no way to get it into the vault. And maybe recommend that he doesn't even try and send someone else. You see, if I killed you, he would just send other people. And then I'd have to deal with them and the people after them, and it's a whole thing. And I'm tired just thinking about it.
Um, I say, okay, like if it's
Do you
okay,
need
it
a
is not
moment to chat with your
just me.
friends?
I have a team. I would like to confer
I I
with
see
my
them.
friends.
The crossbow
Yes.
and the crossbow carrying guards are also see all of you. So each of you has two or more crossbows pointed at your heads.
Even me?
Even Krong.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Take a moment, think about it. Um, uh, let's see, JRAF, you would probably, she's holding it right in front of your face. You would maybe know that this is a magical ring. I'm just going to tell you because I feel like people should know what things are. This is a ring of evasion. What does a ring of evasion do? Um, it basically allows you to reroll dexterity saving throws,
Mm.
and it looks the art for it in roll 20 looks very pretty. It's got like a jeweled hummingbird deal on it.
Oh, fun.
So
So you are allowed to have a quick team huddle at crossbow point while the four of you consider Nixon and Vidorant's offer.
I assume you all heard that.
Mhm.
I feel like we're in a tight position here. Any
Yeah.
thoughts?
My charm is of no use here.
My
I could-
disguise has failed.
I can make a run for it.
I can make a fly for it.
I mean, do we take the ring and run? Like just leave? I feel like uh maybe should I do a deception check if I believe her or not? Not a
Let's get back to
deception.
first principles here.
First principles.
The Golden Keys say they're good, but this really feels like we're just meddling in the petty squabbles of a thieves guild. And
They
I
did- they-
personally don't
You were
care
kind
who
of
is in
loaned
charge.
out for this one. Like this didn't feel like,
Authentic.
yeah.
Didn't
I mean,
we
literally,
ask a
you've
few
done other
hours
heists where
ago?
it's like we need to. Well, and different people have been on different heists, but there was a heist where it's like we need this egg because an elder world god is going to hatch out of it.
Right.
You did. There was a heist where it was basically like bankrupt this casino because the guy who runs it is a big jerk. Um,
Yeah,
but
and
this is a little bit more of that version of like, yeah, you are caught in the middle of a political battle between not so nice people right now. So, Kathy,
So-
you were
Yeah, I
saying
say we just fail the mission. Get the ring and
Okay,
go home.
I'm
Get
Yeah.
the ring and go home.
Yeah, because what would we get from the mission again?
unclear.
They never tell us.
Okay.
they never
Yeah.
tell us. Yeah.
Presumably some kind of reward, but yeah.
So I go back to Vidorant. I shake off my disguise since she knows what all
Oh,
of you
very
look
nice.
like. And I say, we accept your terms.
I'm-
We'll tell everyone we never got past the opening room. And we'll take your ring and leave.
She
Never
extends
talk of this
an
again.
elegant hand and to shake your hand.
I shake her hand.
Game respect game, and the ring is yours, JRAF, to do with what as you please. Anything else that you picked up along the way, Vidorant's not asking any questions about.
I think
And
we-
so, not
Uh,
exactly victoriously, but unscathed, you climb down the ladder and
Just a
slink
second.
away into the night.
As we walk out,
Yeah.
I drop my disguise as I'm passing her. I say, treat your animals better.
Yes. Yes, please.
Heard. um,
And make sure Blueberry gets lots of blueberries because
Mm.
she really likes blueberries. Okay, thanks.
Oh. I'll look into that. The next day, you're at the yawning portal for a meeting with Mr. Goldenbeard, recently installed head of the Silverfinger Society.
What?
Goldenbeard's first name.
Why? How
Oh,
did he
are
get,
you just not even gonna show up for that meeting?
how did he get in charge of the society? He needed the diadem to do that.
He needs it to like cement his power. So
Oh.
Oh.
he has a not totally solidified hold on the power.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
The setup was that he needs the diadem so he can take control of the guild.
He wants to get Vidorant discredited, and so she's a threat to his power.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was covered before. I don't think I'm making that up.
No,
I think it was. It was like a million years ago.
Yeah, he is technically in charge, but his hold on the power is tenuous. So Sam Fifth Goldenbeard is at the Yawning Portal Tavern, waiting to meet with you. Unless you just don't want to show up for that meeting.
Show up for the meeting?
We show up to the meeting.
We
Okay.
need to show up for the meeting. We've
Yeah.
got to
Alright.
stay in good with the vault.
We're
He's there.
professionals.
He's flanked by his sturdy dwarven bodyguards as you kind of slink into the.
But of course, we're not telling him about the ring.
You're gonna have to lie about something, I assume, or have a very
we're not
imaginative
telling
version
him.
of the truth.
I may have been wearing it, but
Mhm.
I'm a
Yeah.
wealthy family.
Oh yeah. So you file in there. He's in the kind of in a booth in the back of the tavern, and he looks at you with kind of big expectant eyes. How did it go? Were you successful?
No.
Poorly.
Poorly. Tell me more.
We got caught, and unfortunately, or fortunately, she let us go so that we could pass on the message to you not to do it again.
Oh, so she's on to me.
Yes.
I think you're gonna have to get a different diadem, dude.
I am going to have to take a different approach. This is very discouraging. Well, very disappointed. I can't say I'm going to put in a good word for you with the Golden Vault, but I think our business here is complete.
Look, we've done a lot of heists. We've never run into anything as difficult as this vault.
Please remember, your ratings really affect our earnings. So if you could please give us 5 stars.
We're fine leaving a comment in the review about our failure, but please leave us 5 stars.
And you slink out of the yawning portal, looking sad. But J-Raff turns to the camera and winks and holds up the
I
ring.
do a little like hello, hello, hello.
Is this winning? Hard to say.
We didn't lose.
We didn't
lose.
die.
We did not die.
You came face to face with a powerful assassin/thief, and were held at crossbow point and walked away, not just alive, but one magic ring richer. And perhaps that is its own reward. What a weird ending to an adventure. Here at the party.
Also, I'm just gonna say, after like embodying her and then meeting her, I definitely have a crush on Vidorant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, there's not really any, the Golden Vault assumes that you did your best, and sometimes things are hard. In the grand scheme of things, nothing you did exposed the Golden Vault to anything. You didn't have any trouble with the city guard. Vidorant is not interested in advertising how you were able to infiltrate the vault, so it's not like she puts up a news item about like look at what these adventurers did, go after them.
It has been 0 days since my vault was breached.
Yeah.
You guys want to go back the next day and take it?
Yeah.
And so basically everyone is just happy to pretend this didn't happen, but it suggested that maybe you shouldn't hang out in Waterdeep again for any time soon.
Wait, isn't this the second location we can't go back to?
I can't keep track of all of the towns that you've been
I
banned
missed the
from.
first one.
Yeah, you're in charge. Each of you should maintain your own log of places you can't show
Where you
your
can
face.
and can't be.
I mean,
I feel
Krong
like
gets
that's your
around that with
problem,
that.
Tony. I go
Yeah.
where I want.
yeah.
Yeah, Krong has a hat of disguise specifically so that one does not need to maintain that list. So yeah, that's how the adventure ends. Any questions?
What would have happened? What sort of trap is on the diadem if we had grabbed it and tried to
It
run?
basically had an alarm, so it was gonna make tons of noise, and guards, instead of being waiting behind a curtain, were gonna converge on you in the vault. Potentially,
That
if you had
probably could have gone worse.
could have gone worse. There could have been more combat. Potentially, you could have used some dispel magic or done other arcana things to
Yeah.
avoid dealing with the wards. I think it was probably also one of those things like the more treasures that you tried to take, the kind of each of those is going to be a roll of dice, which would up the danger of being murdered by guards.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a kind of a weird ending. I like that basically Vidorant doesn't super care. In fact, would like rather that you just left
Yeah.
and said, nope, didn't work out, than that you died or succeeded or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that she does get to appear at the end of the adventure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is really nice.
So like the only way to succeed was if we didn't trigger any alarms and we took nothing.
Yeah. If you didn't trigger any alarms, yeah, would have been the key.
Well, I mean, I had a plan. Like,
And you
I've
could
got
have,
I've got 2 shots of Misty Step, so I could have gotten past her and out the door.
yeah.
Yeah.
You chose to take the deal. You theoretically could have fought with her or run, or there could have
Yeah.
been something, right? You didn't have to take the deal.
But this way we get a cool
The deal was
ring.
certainly the easy way out, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that lined up with like this is kind of like is stealing this thing making the world a better place? How invested are we in this?
Yeah, we felt that the vibe of the whole situation
vibes.
of like we were asked to do this and we're going to do this because this is our obligation, but we're not going to try that hard because we
Yeah.
don't-
Well, and I think we talked about that early on before we tried. Is like I think we said something about like how do we know which one's the villain?
Yeah. I think the answer is they're all jerks
Both.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Certainly not us.
No,
I will
of course
tell
No,
you-
we're not.
The next adventure is a little interesting. It is a reverse heist.
Ooh.
putting something
Yeah.
back.
You have to put something back. There is a cursed artifact that basically you need to get rid of. So I like that.
That is fun.
Yes.
Sounds
And
nice.
you're cursed, so it's like that's kind of more interesting than
Is
like,
it a ring of evasion?
no, it is just like a block of obsidian. It's a thing with heavy cursed vibes, heavy cursed energy.
Nice.
So we'll play that at some
But
point.
that would have been a hell of an adventure if the ring you walked away from was actually a
cursed.
curse.
Well,
Yes.
way to point out how I should have made that better. Roll it back. The ring was cursed. I'm assuming part of that will be cut out, but will be in the bootleg for someone. Let me just do a goodbye to everybody and to tack on to the end of the episode, if that's okay. So that's where we conclude our adventure. What item, what MacGuffin, what strange setting will our next heist take us to? Tune in next time to find out. The last thing I have to do is say bye to our adventurers. Kathy Campbell, thanks for being here.
Bye, Tony.
Monty Ashley, keeping it spooky.
Sure am.
Annette Wierstra, keeping it classy.
Always.
And Chip Sudderth, keeping it sassy.
Bow chicka bow.
Thanks for listening.